Hello, everybody. Uh, this is the Digital Forensics Mentorship Group case study. We got an alien case titled The Search for Bingus. This mentorship group was ran by Ariana C. and Caleb Munn, and this is our presentation. So who am I? I am Kevin. I'm a second-year CSEC student here. I do networking and more recently DevOps. I'm a certified novice climber, a Funky Town resident, and if you know me, I hate Windows, yet I'm still doing it. So I'm a little bit of a masochist.
Oh, there we go. Hi, my name's Jesse. I'm a second-year cybersecurity student. A little bit of a snowboarding guy. Clearly some professional snowboarding going on right here. Kind of like race cars a lot. I have a pretty cool cat, as you can see in the left photo, and I never have any clue what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Phil. Those are my lobotomized homunculi. That's about it.
Hey, I'm Frank. I'm a first year, and on a good day, I've got one brain cell, and I don't really go outside because the sun scares me. And my name is actually not Frank, but Ariana didn't realize that until last week. My name's actually Reed, for those of you who were wondering. And, yeah. So, it's not my fault. I don't work here. Anyways, back to the case study. So as we mentioned before, this was a mentorship group based around digital forensics, and kind of to cap off what we were doing, we did a little bit of a case, which was based on an astronomer named Jesse McCarthy, who woke up one day to find that aliens abducted his laptop and his beloved cat, Bingus. He was able to recover fragments of his laptop from a UFO, but there was no sign of Bingus, so logically he turned to us for help. But we'll talk a little bit about our goals a little later on, but first a little background on digital forensics. It's mainly kind of the process of collecting information from what are artifacts, which are primarily passwords, logs, potential executables, and other things. And since this is digital forensics, and you would want these to be used in court, you probably would want to obtain them legally and in a way that would actually be admissible in court. But to talk a little bit about that, I'm going to hand this off to Kevin.
Yeah, so just to go in a little bit more detail, we have two different things. You have the Linux and Windows operating systems. Each have their own different things that go into digital forensics. So let's talk about Windows first. So first off, we have NTFs, which is the primary file system for Windows. It has things like timestamps, which deal with the creation, modification, access of files. They have also things like volume shadow copy, which is used to create backups of file systems for recovery, and has built-in compression and encryption, along with alternate data streams that can be used to filter and just find the evidence that you're going to be using. Also, we have Windows Registry, which is just a huge database on Windows consisting of what they call hives, which hold keys linked to the operating systems and applications used on Windows. Outside of that, you also have an application called Event Viewer, which deals a lot with the logs. It stores IDs on the system, application, security level. Some examples of this would be like your system services that you were using, as well as like, I guess, successful login or failed login attempts. You also have the command line interfaces, PowerShell and CMD, which just has a lot of commands that could be used to get and manipulate information. And then you also have a lot of other things that we're not really going to cover today, but that are kind of useful to digital forensics, which is things related to file systems and user activity artifacts. This is alternate data streams, jump lists, and shellbags. On the Linux side, we have more of a robust like system accessibility, as supports a lot more file types. Some of these are XT2, 3, and 4, FAT32, and also NTFs. Everything in Linux, unlike Windows, is treated as a file, even hardware devices. And they also have the built-in command line that has a lot of forensics tools and a lot of things that you can use for it. They have a lot of commands like ls, cat, grep, dd, which does disk coding and imaging, find, which is used for searching for files, stat and exif tool, which are used to view the metadata of a file.
So here we'll go into the common tool sets that usually are used in forensics cases. So here we have volatility. I am really bad at pronouncing things. Memory forensics framework that's used to analyze RAM dumps, and so it allows you to see things such as running and terminating processes, loaded DLLs, and also any active network connections. Here also we utilize Wireshark, just a network packet capture, allows you to see any data coming in from the internet to your host. SleuthKit, which is a command line tool that's used to analyze these disk images. And then you have Autopsy. Autopsy is built on top of SleuthKit and is basically a GUI, easier to use and understand version of SleuthKit. And to go more into Autopsy, it was the main tool that we used in this case. It specifically displayed file systems, web artifacts, timelines of events, and web artifacts such as like cookies and browsing history, and just a timeline of all the events that have happened on the system. It also adds features such as keyword searches for files, or you can see even deleted or damaged files using file carving, which is really nice to use. And you can even see when be able to do this when metadata is missing. And it was great in our situation because for a case analysis, it was a great GUI and very easy to understand. And here,
So for our actual case, we had to answer 3 questions, those being, where did the aliens come from, where was Bingus taken, and what are the aliens' plans for Earth? And to actually go through the case... To actually go through the case, I will do a little demo of how we went through it in Autopsy. So... Zoom. Share window. Yeah. All right, so here is what we got when we first opened up our case file in Autopsy. And the first thing that I thought to do was to just expand everything and start seeing what looked interesting. So originally, in these first few, not much really comes up. You do get to see a bunch of empty folders, even though it'll say it has 2. It's just talking parent and current folder. Once we get down to file views, this is where we started to get a lot more of the interesting things. You can find different images that we were able to just view straight from Autopsy. Some videos, and if you see, some of these videos had colons after their file name, which is, as Kevin was saying before, alternate data streams. And that can allow us to see stuff like where it was downloaded from, where different hidden messages could be, and multiple other things. What really got us to answer our questions was in these plain text documents, where we could see these 3 main files, deleteme.txt, message1.txt, and facility.txt. To start with deleteme, in the straight text of it was just all binary, so it was very easy to just go into an online tool, split it all by 8 into bytes, and then translate that to get the answer for what their plan was, which is, we want to mind control the cats of Earth to use them to overthrow humanity, Bingus was taken as a test subject due to his unique genetics. So that being our first answer that we came into was not the toughest, but it was very fun to find that. Next up, we would find message1.txt, which in the actual text of the document doesn't have anything of use. But if we went into the hex of the document, you could see an email in there, which is glarpnorp@zayton.space. So taking from that, it was pretty easy for us to decide that Zayton would be the planet they came from, and that answered our second question. Now, for our third question of where Bingus was taken, we would find that in facility.txt, specifically the Zeep Glarp alternate data stream. The main facility.txt file just talks about Area 51, but the alternate data stream of it talks about Omega Research Facility, which, since that's the hidden one with the hidden message, we basically just assumed that that would be where Bingus was taken, answering our final third question. So outside of that, this case didn't really have much else in it. A normal case, if you were actually to get a real case file, you would have to go through many more files. So the strategy of just going in and searching around randomly probably wouldn't work as well. But for a smaller case file like this, it definitely proved very efficient for us. So, window, where did I put it? Downloads Oracle. Where did that go? There. Sure. All right. So that's about all we got from that. If there's any questions, we can answer. All right. Thank you.